Imagine this. A Chinese company owns farmland bordering a US military base. Not a scene from a spy thriller. This is happening. Foreign entities buying American soil is a growing concern. It's not about xenophobia, it's about national security and economic stability. We're not just talking about a few acres here and there. Millions of acres of US land are now foreign-owned. This includes farmland, ranches, and strategically located properties. The trend is accelerating, often flying under the radar. While foreign investment can be beneficial, the lack of oversight in land ownership raises red flags. When foreign entities, particularly those tied to governments with competing interests, acquire strategic assets, it jeopardizes our nation's security and self-sufficiency. It's time for a national conversation about this silent takeover. Consider the case of a Chinese firm purchasing a large swathe of land near a critical US military installation. This raised serious concerns about potential espionage and the vulnerability of our defense infrastructure. In another instance, a Middle Eastern sovereign wealth fund acquired vast farmland in the American heartland, sparking anxieties about food security and foreign control over essential resources. These are not isolated incidents. From ports to tech corridors, foreign entities are increasingly acquiring strategically important assets. The lack of transparency in these transactions makes it difficult to assess the true extent of foreign land ownership and its potential implications for national security. This opacity fuels suspicion and necessitates a more robust system of monitoring and regulation. Realtors play a pivotal role in this complex equation. They facilitate these transactions, often driven by the desire to secure the best possible deal for their clients. In many cases, foreign buyers are willing to pay top dollar, making it difficult for American buyers to compete. While realtors have a fiduciary duty to their clients, they also have a responsibility to act in the best interests of their communities and their nation. This raises ethical questions about the potential long-term consequences of facilitating foreign land ownership. Should patriotism factor into real estate dealings? It's a question with no easy answers, but one that deserves serious consideration as foreign land ownership continues to rise. Section 4. Striking a balance, transparency and targeted restrictions. Addressing this complex issue requires a balanced approach. Knee-jerk reactions and outright bans on foreign land ownership would be impractical and counterproductive. Instead, we need targeted solutions that prioritize transparency and national security. Establishing a comprehensive registry of foreign land ownership is crucial. This would provide much-needed visibility into the scope and scale of foreign investment in US land. Additionally, implementing stricter regulations for foreign acquisitions of land near sensitive areas such as military bases, critical infrastructure and agricultural hubs is essential. These measures would strike a balance between encouraging foreign investment and safeguarding national interests. Section 5. Safeguarding sovereignty, a shared responsibility. Protecting American land from undue foreign influence is not just the government's responsibility. It requires a collective effort from citizens, lawmakers, and real estate professionals. We must demand greater transparency in land transactions and hold elected officials accountable for enacting sensible regulations. Realtors, as key players in this arena, should prioritize ethical considerations and national interests. This is not about isolationism, it's about safeguarding our sovereignty and ensuring that decisions about American land are made with the best interests of the American people at heart. By working together, we can strike a balance between welcoming foreign investment and preserving our nation's heritage for generations to come.